Alright, so part two on basically how I've stayed fit over the last 20 years, 40 years, anyways. So on the first video, I rambled on and on about how throughout the course of my life, I've eaten differently for different reasons. Back when I was doing a lot more modeling and photo shoots, I was staying super lean, super low carb, but again, in this entire journey, I've never been low on protein. I've always gotten enough protein to sustain my body weight. So if I was weighing 140 pounds, I'd get 140 pounds of protein per day to maintain. When I was trying to build more muscle, I'd up it to 150, maybe even 160 grams of protein a day. So protein is super important in my opinion. Your carbohydrates, your sugars, and again, I've gone years, consuming oatmeal every morning with my protein powder and, oatmeal, carbohydrates to build muscle. And now I'm doing more research and I'm hearing that that's not such a necessity. And so many bodybuilders are gonna hate me right now, and I'm not saying, like, I've always wondered from a competitive bodybuilder standpoint, because rice and chicken and rice is like the main staples of their lives. But I've also heard about other athletes, professional athletes, going straight carnivore diet, and it's only up to their game. And this is why it's so important to do your own research and figure things out yourself, which is what carnivore diet is all about. You basically have meat, eggs, and water for like a whole week and see how different you feel. See how different your body feels. See if you notice a difference. I'm talking no, artificial sweeteners. I'm talking no coffee. I'm talking those things and that. And again, people are like, shitting themselves right now. How does anybody do that? But there are people that have done that and have dropped fat or water weight so quickly, and then others that are like obsessed with the scale. Throw the scale out, get rid of the scale. But for a second, let's just forget about diet and let's tell our friend who is, saying, how do I get back in shape? Let's talk about the gym. That's the easy part. Yeah, that's what I said. I said the gym is the easy part, because it is. You don't need to be spending hours at the gym. Now, if you have an active lifestyle like I do, I don't do cardio at all. I haven't done cardio in years because my goal is to build muscle and my job is physically demanding. So if I want to do cardio, it would be for fun, which, whatever. I don't need it. So if you're sitting at a desk all day, yeah, I'd suggest you cardio after lifting weights. Always after. Your main goal is lifting weights, and I'm not saying you're going to build muscle. Everyone's different. Everybody's body is different. If you're worried about bulking up, get rid of that mindset. Throw that shit out. Ever since I got back into lifting weights, it started, I took about 8 years off. So 2020, 2021, I was like, I'm going to do this. I can't go any longer without lifting weights. I'm going to do it. And then COVID hit and crap happened, but getting back into it, I was just like, I'm going to do things different, because I was always overtraining. And all it did was mess up my joints, mess up my back, and now I'm dealing with that shit now. So now, what I do, and again, whatever your lifestyle allows you, but 5 days a week, I focus on 5 different muscles and 45 minutes, boom. It doesn't need to be scary. It doesn't need to be hard. Sunday, I would do back. Monday, I would do shoulders for 45 minutes, and then I'm done. I'm looking at the clock, and I'm staying focused. I'm tearing those muscles up, or I'm doing lightweight and lots of reps, depending on what you're able to do and what your goals are. So yeah, Sunday, Monday, I'll do weights. Tuesday is my rest day. I'll take full, I've worked my upper body for 2 days in a row, so I'm going to take the day off, and then the next day, Wednesday, is going to be leg day, so I'm still giving my upper body time to repair, time to replenish. So Wednesday, leg day, just 45 minutes of legs. Sometimes I'll go an hour because it's leg day, and you can go and do legs forever, let's face it. And then Thursday would be biceps and triceps. They're small muscles, so we can do them on one day, whatever, no big deal. Friday would be chest, and if my body is burned out by then, I'll not do chest day, because I'm not a competitive bodybuilder. Really, I'm just trying to stay in shape and maintain at this point in my life. But do you see what I'm saying? I don't make it, a big deal. I enjoy myself at the gym. I enjoy my workouts. I do things that I enjoy doing. I switch it up, cables, dumbbells, whatever. But if you're not saying, oh, that's too much, I don't want to do that, you could do maybe 3 days a week of a full body, routine. But and then again, this is where it comes in, but try not to overtrain. I know a lot of people are like, are you kidding me? I'll be lucky if I can just make it 2 days. But yeah, keep it chill so that you keep going back and stay consistent. That's the biggest thing, is being consistent. The whole thing with this is being consistent. And a lot of people freak out if they're not getting results like the next person that they heard about, and then they give up. They just give up. You need to be consistent. You need to make this part of your life. You need to make this part of who you are. Now, back to the lifestyle. Again, there's so many videos out there, but if you've never thought about doing a animal-based diet, get on YouTube and look at some videos. Look at the research. Look at the research that's been done on how it has basically cured people from their diabetes, cured people from if they've had respiratory problems, cured people from multiple sclerosis. There's so much research that's gone into what we put into our bodies that causes even, mental disorders, ADD, ADHD with children, and the toxins. Again, I can't stress it enough that all this shit that's on the shelves of these supermarkets with drinks that have sugar in them or that have high fructose corn syrup, yellow 5, yellow whatever, red 40, they're all contributing to doing things to us that we have no clue about. And a lot of people don't want to because they enjoy their Doritos. They enjoy having this junk food as part of their life. If that is you, then you shouldn't even be watching this video, because you need to be getting into at least a whole foods thing and cutting that junk out if you want to thrive in your health, if you want to thrive in life. Now, I think this person might not be a resident of the States, which means that she's probably thinking, why are you even talking about this? Because these foods aren't even allowed in my country. That's right, because there's so many foods that are banned in other countries that we have here in the US. Gee, I wonder why. Something about the pharmaceutical company wanting to make us sick so that they can make money off of us. That never happens, doesn't it? I mean, there's a lot of people like, oh, fuck, I don't want to listen to this woman yammering on about this. That's fine. Go back to your lifestyle. Go back to drinking your Dr. Pepper, your Mountain Dew, your Pepsi. If that's how you want to live your life, cool. If that's what makes you happy, cool. But when you get sick in your 40s, 50s, and 60s, and you're like, I don't understand, I eat salad every day. Well, guess you did that to yourself. But basically, if you're new to this and vegan, that's cool, because vegan teaches you to go to Whole Foods. That's a nice thing that, a lot of vegans eventually, and I know I'm going to get shit for this, I'm not saying all, but I know a lot of people who've gone vegan, like myself, and then we've got the Whole Foods thing down, but then they go into a whole different realm because they have inflammation in their joints. Something's not right. Let's try something else. It's all about learning. It's all about research. I'm not trying to ruffle feathers or saying there's one right way for everyone and one not. I'm just throwing out ideas. I'm throwing out research. I'm throwing out a bunch of stuff that people have tried that worked out. But if you think about it, we go back to our ancestors, that's where it gets interesting. How our ancestors ate. If they were dying, it was because dying off young, it wasn't because of what they were eating. It was because of the environment, the survival. They're trying to live, thousands of years ago. But if you look at the research, there was no diabetes. There was no heart disease. There was none of that we were dealing with until, the 50s and 60s? I'm running out of time here. But Whole Foods, do your research, and take more pride in your health, because most people, especially in this country, don't give a shit, and it shows.